This is the place where I started teaching in Hyderabad, year 2008. I started teaching in Hyderabad. So both the statements are independently correct. So my career started from this city, and this hall has been so close to me. So I used to hold my lectures called as Apurv Mehra. I don't do that anymore. All right. So now my only offline presence is Zainab's lecture, and I'm very happy about it. इसके लिए ताली बजा रहा है. The kind of love, you know, this place has given us is immense. At that time, you know, the Andhra and Telangana were not included in All India, and I always used to say कि this सब जब ये include हो जाएगा, तो बाकी सारे states के पास जगह नहीं बचेगी. And I am thankful that this is true now. Right? तुम ताली नहीं बजाते? अगर तुम अभी ताली नहीं बजाओगे तो अगले दिन में बहुत ताली बजाओगे. सब लोग एक बार फिर से ताली बजाएंगे. जो जितनी ज्यादा ताली बजाएगा उसकी उतनी अच्छी रैंक आएगी. लेट्स डू इट अगेन. इसे सेल्फिश कहते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज सेल्फिश. We all dream. So my journey also started with a dream. I came from a small city, and this is a talk which I always take at the beginning of Zainab's lecture. Right? I used to love balloons before I became one. So I was just crazy about balloons. And I used to go to the market with my dad, and that walk in the evening was the most precious thing I had till I had it in my life, right? And so there used to be two balloons which I used to love. One was a pink colored heart-shaped balloon, and the second was a blue colored, right, fish-shaped balloon. And I used to buy them, request my dad to, मुझे खरीदना है, मुझे दिला दो, please, I want this. They were expensive. They were pretty expensive, but I was 6 years. And you know, 6-year-old is an age where you don't understand what is affordability. औकात word का मतलब नहीं पता होता. But if you total out 2 balloons a day, for a month it was more than my dad's income. This is what I know now. He told me later. So he will say nahi khareedna. I will say I want to buy. He will say no. I say yes. He would say no. I said yes. We had the same surname, no? Me and my father had the same surname. So दोनों equally जिद्दी थे. वो भी लड़ते थे, मैं भी लड़ता था. वो नहीं मानते थे तो मैं अपने कपड़े उतार के फेंक देता था. बूम. अब उनकी घर की इज्जत सड़क पे. फिर मैं नहीं मानते थे तो जो बलून सेलर के कपड़े खींचता था, फिर उसके ऊपर मिट्टी फेंकता था, फिर अपने ऊपर मिट्टी लगाता था. फिर I used to hang to the cycle. But after the struggle of 20 minutes, when I used to walk back, right, in my right hand there used to be a blue colored fish-shaped balloon. In my left there used to be a pink colored heart-shaped balloon, and I used to walk on the street. My body was mud-clad. My clothes were used to be in the hands of my dad. But मुझको उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. I was untouched, unaffected, because the joy was here, the victory was here, and it was hard earned. पैसे का मुझे मतलब नहीं पता. आज भी नहीं पता, फर्क पड़ता भी नहीं कभी. ना कोई सपना पैसे की कमी से रुका है, ना पूरा हुआ है. Alright, so as he said, you know, in the morning, that be true to yourself. Problem यहाँ पे होती है. हम लोग वो effort ही नहीं डालते. क्योंकि हम मिरर में देखने की हिम्मत नहीं रखते. हम रात को अपने आप को बोलते ही नहीं है क्या मैंने आज मेहनत करी. ये स्टेटमेंट बोलने के बाद हम पैल्पिटेशन सहन करने की औकात नहीं रखते, इसीलिए सपने टूट जाते हैं. ऑलराइट, सो जब मैं घर पहुंचता था, when I used to reach home, my mother will scrub me and take me inside, and then I used to never open those fists because they were a sign of my victory, and I used to roam around the home. खाना भी खिलाते थे तो खिलाते थे, पर हाथ में तो बलून ही होते थे. रात को सोते थे हम लोग सब जमीन पे, and grandparents used to sleep on the bed, and we used to sleep around, right? And when I used to get up in the morning, my grandmother used to take me in her lap and say, क्या रहा फिर? How was it? I said, वो देखो balloon. And you know, she used to say, as you grow in life, these balloons will change. This might become a cricket tournament you don't wish to win for your school. It may become the girl you wish to marry. It might become a seat in a medical college in Delhi, maybe an orthopedic seat, maybe a car you want to have, maybe a hospital, maybe an institute, maybe a book you wish to write. It will keep on changing its way. But अगर आपको इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, if you are not affected by what the world thinks on, अगर आपको इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आपके पास कपड़े हैं कि नहीं, अगर आपको इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि लोग मेरे पे हंसेंगे तो क्या होगा, So at the end of the day, you will have your balloons, the same color and the shape, right? And this is what I learned that day, till this day, forever. So I just wish when you go back home today, you write down in detail on this piece of paper, BTR है ना, उसके नीचे लिखा है देखो, believe तो रखो, right? BTR. That means you need to write down what are your balloons. Dream big. इतना बड़ा सोचिएगा कि अगर आप अपने बेस्ट फ्रेंड को बताएं तो वो उसके ऊपर हंस दे और आपके दिल में डर लगे. If your dream is not scaring you, you haven't assessed yourself well. ठीक है? Story number 1 is over. ताली बजा दो. Story number 2 is what it takes. Ravi could easily summarize that baggage. True. Absolutely yes. Bigger truth. If she wants to take a lecture, Zara's health or her health cannot stop that. This is also a truth. She doesn't say no to Ravi. She says no to herself more than Ravi. There are 100 factors that tell her you can't do it today. Then she says no. I cannot say no to myself because my students represent Zara to me. ताली बजाएगा. जगत माँ कहते हैं इसको हम लोग. जगत माँ सबकी माँ है. She is mother of everybody. That's how she takes it. Right? She's always taken it like that, and she should keep on taking it like that. Zainab would also see when we were traveling yesterday in the flight, knowing Zainab for a decade now, and Ravi तो खैर बहुत लंबे जानते हैं. It was very simple. अगर हम एयरपोर्ट पे हैं तो Zainab पड़ेगी और हम दोनों को मस्ती मारनी है, हम घूम रहे. All right? ताली बजाएगा. It might seem that I meet Zainab and Ravi very frequent. It's not true. We stay close by. मतलब 10-12 किलोमीटर दूर रहते हैं, फिर भी इतना frequently नहीं मिलते. But yes, even in that duration of travel, her priority was you people she was studying. That is what matters. Second बात करने से पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि because end में रह जाता है. मैं ये दुआ करता हूँ कि अगर आप टीचर बनना चाहते हैं तो आप ज़ैनब जैसे टीचर बने. मैं दुआ करता हूँ अगर आप सर्जन बनना चाहते हैं तो आप रवि जैसे सर्जन बने. ताली कम बज रही है, कुछ ही लोग बनना चाहते हैं. Right, so this is what I forget. So story number 2, what it takes, right? What it takes. It's all about courage. More so, it's about focus. It's about my entrance exams, right? I was also planned to get into AIMS by the coaching institute where I used to study. So they had almost thought कि ये लड़का तो फर्स्ट आएगा. So वैसे ही होता है एग्जाम में. So मुझको भी ये फीलिंग आ गई even before the exam came कि मैं अच्छा कर सकता हूँ. हो गया, दिल्ली में सिलेक्शन हो गया. I got into a college called as the Munawar Medical College. So that's a college. So my father said, good. AIMS के लिए पढ़ो because AIMS तो AIMS है. Alright, so मैंने कहा अच्छा AIMS तो AIMS है. मैंने कहा क्रिकेट खेल लो. 2 महीने भी है, उसके बाद तो आप जानते हो जिंदगी भर पढ़ना है. He said एक बार कोशिश कर लो. It is important to try. हमेशा यही बोलते थे. मैंने कहा try. मैंने कहा this is 35 seats. He said क्या हुआ? तुम्हें तो एक ही चाहिए. ठीक है, मैंने कहा he had very simple answer. He said तुम्हें क्या लगता है? मैंने कहा आपको क्या लगता है? He said होगा. ठीक है, कोशिश करते हैं. He said मार्जिन कम होगा क्योंकि तुम पिछले 5 दिन से नहीं पढ़े हो. मेरा मतलब कहते बेटा जब से तुम्हारा दिल्ली में सिलेक्शन हुआ है तुम पढ़ नहीं रहे, तुम भूल गए कि एक और एग्जाम बचा है. ये 5 दिन एंड में मैटर कर देंगे. Anyways, the journey started 2 years back when I was started preparing. I asked somebody मुझे क्या पढ़ना है, तो somebody told me पहले फिजिक्स पढ़ो, फिर केमिस्ट्री, फिर बॉटनी एंड जूलॉजी एंड में पढ़ना. Concepts, less number of concepts to memory. So this is the way to crack entrance exams, right? So the first thing in physics I was told is to read measurements, atto, femto, pico, nano, micro, milli, centi, deci. उसी पेज पे लिखा होता था what is an inch. So I read it. That senior of mine, he had got rank 1 in JIT math. So I went to him. Rank 1 मतलब ट्रैक करता है, you know. Rank 1 जब बोलता है तो समझ आता है ना? So नहीं, rank 2 पे भी आता है, sorry Ravi, but still. Alright, but then उन्होंने बोला कि what is an inch? मैंने बोला 2.5 सेंटीमीटर. मैंने कहा और भी पता है भैया, एटो इज 10⁻18, 10⁻15 is femto, pico is 10⁻12, nano is 10⁻9, micro is 10⁻6. I kept on doing this. He said इससे मैटर नहीं करता, इंच क्या है? मैंने कहा 2.5. कहते ढंग से पढ़ो. मैंने कहा इसे कहते हैं जेलसी. बंदे की नॉलेज देखो. He was rank 1. I was nobody. I was 10th pass. This was beginning of my studies. He told me जाके पढ़ो. Anyways, मैंने फिर से वो पेज पढ़ा. Inch was 2.5 centimeter. Entrance exam after I had qualified for Delhi. AIMS question number 192. What is an inch? कुछ लोग बार बार मिलते हैं. कुछ बातें बार बार सुनाई देती हैं. उस टाइम पे दिमाग में आया क्लोज होगा एंड में पापा ने बोला था. It was looming into my mind, right? Option से 2.52, 2.53, 2.54, 2.55. Boom. Boom का मतलब होता है गेम खत्म. That's how game is over, right? But गेम खत्म हुआ नहीं था because मुझे ये बताया गया था कि सेकंड या थर्ड ऑप्शन हमेशा करेक्ट होता है जहाँ पे भी साइंटिस्ट फिगर्स कंट्रीज होते हैं, राइट? मैं मानता था 3 तिगाड़ा काम बिगाड़ा, सो मैंने 2.53 मार्क कर दिया. मैंने वॉकड आउट. When I walked out, I told my mother, who always used to sit outside, I said, Mom, I want to go by an auto. I want to reach early. I want to see a question. He said, exam तो हो गया ना, अब क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? हम बस में जाएंगे. So I was like a kid, stamp करता हूँ पैर, यार जल्दी पहुँचे. When I reached home, near home, my friend said, cricket का मैच स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, आ रहा है. मैंने कहा हाँ, जिसमें भी बैटिंग हो मेरे को उस टीम में ले लेना. सिंपल था, अपने को तो यही करना था. So anyways, I looked at the bottom of the page. वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ था an inch is 2.54 centimeters. I was waiting number 1 in AIMS. I never qualified, but I always got a gift. मेरे घर के रास्ते से मौलाना मेडिकल कॉलेज के रास्ते में राइट साइड पे AIMS आता था. I used to see that college every morning, and I used to miss a beat. Boom. This is the margin. What it takes. It doesn't take much. Entrance is about ignoring ecto, femto, pico, nano, micro, milli, centi, deci, and traveling a journey from 2.5 to 2.54, because 97% will stop at 2.5. Story number 3. You are chasing a target of 200. Just 200. You know that you will win. Obviously you will. The match is in your nation. It's India versus Australia. The stage is set, right? Somebody just walks into your top 3 batsmen. They all score 0-0-0. And then everybody tells that nobody has ever come back from a stage of 2 for 3 to chase a target of more than 150. It has never happened in the history, right? These are the times when you'll have to understand the value of the word consistency. You will have to get up and show. All of you will be gifted problems and calamities. It's a part of breathing in and breathing out. Nobody is gifted a straight ECG line in a life. It is a part and parcel. You have to get up and show. It is important that you remember this. Because if you do that, and you trust that you can do that, there will be a Michelle Marsh who will still miss the catch and you will win the game. This goes to what you will become. It all looks like entrance exam, rank 1, rank 2 on the stage. The stage is too much, there's too much heat. Are we useless? No, we are not. I went to a party, I have 3 more minutes, I'll try to finish it. I went to a party, all my friends who were from my school, they had made big fortune. They were not doctors, obviously. Some of them made hotels. They started driving great cars. And I bought my first car, which was a modest car. I used to love cars, so I parked my car outside the restaurant and went up. One of my friends walked to me and said, Apurv, you were so good in studies, tujhe kya hua? मैंने कहा, what happened, man? I am a doctor, I am an orthopedic surgeon. He said, no, I just saw the machine you're driving. तेरे notes लेके तो हम पढ़े थे. look at my Mercedes E-Class. तू क्या कर रहा है यार? So मैंने कहा ठीक है यार, at the end of the day I am treating patients. और तभी मुझे फ़ोन आया कि बेड नंबर 6 को पेन हो रहा है. मैंने कहा ट्रामाडोल दे दो. और फिर मैंने देखा वहाँ पे बार पे स्टेज पे सब डांस कर रहे, डूम 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 डूम. और हम we know ना, we become quiet over time as a doctor matures. We become quiet. मैं चुपचाप कॉर्नर में बैठ गया, एक डाइट कोक. Alright, so I was sitting in the corner and so this guy doesn't leave me, he came to me and said, पर हुआ क्या? ऐसा हाल क्यों हो गया तेरा? So I said, what's wrong? I'm happy with what I'm wearing. I'm very happy. मैं तो just एक समोसा पार्टी देके आया नई गाड़ी की अपनी. Problem क्या है? He said, I was wondering that you were so damn good in studies. You would be driving great cars. तेरे कुछ 4 ड्राइवर होंगे एक गाड़ी में. इन्हें हम कहते हैं yo-yo man. Yo-yo man are the people who will make you realize तुमने कुछ नहीं किया. So I said, why don't you go to the guy who's hosted the party? वो मेरा friend है. Friend is a rare word. अगर MBBS में आपको एक friend मिले, you are gifted. If you have 2, you are blessed. If you have 3, you are schizophrenic. MBBS के दोस्तों की कदर करना, उनको अपने साथ लेके वापस जाना, उनको छोड़ के मत जाना. They are the biggest treasure you will get. Don't take it lightly. Remember these words. Of everything I have said, these are the most valuable. Because ठीक दोस्त हुआ तो बाकी सब चीजें ठीक करा देगा. Alright. So anyways, so that he was my friend. So उसके पास वो yo-yo man गया, 2 मिनट में वापस आया, उसका मुंह बिल्कुल लाल, right? मैंने बोला क्या हुआ? He said, यार, your friend said this to me and I am really touched. मैंने क्या बोला? उसने बोला, you are a doctor. मैंने कहा yes. A doctor has a brain who thinks about a patient anywhere in the world and he just wants कि उसका patient ठीक हो जाए. He has a heart, irrespective of what is happening in his personal life. He goes and prays, ये ठीक हो जाए. And he uses his hands कि वो किसी की life बचा सके और improve करे. So the combination of your heart, your brain and your hands is unknown in this world. Value it. So he said, hats off to you. You are a doctor. Thank you very much. These entrance exams can never decide what you are because you are much above the entrance exams forever. Try your best, but you still is a dream of every family in this country. Be wise with your decisions because your parents have spent their youth in making you what you are today. Clap for them. Your dreams, your focus, your consistency will need a blessing. Alright, we all need blessing, right? And we sometimes wonder why things happen. So this is for everybody who's on the stage and here, right? There was Mahabharata going on and Shri Krishna and Arjun were standing. And Arjun was asked to look, right, in a small pond on the base. उस pond के अंदर पानी था. There was water in it, right? And at the top on the roof, there was a rotating fish with an eye on it. And Arjun had to look in the water with an image of the fish and hit the eye of the fish. So Sri Krishna told him, don't worry about the crowd. So Arjun said, okay. Ji Bhagwan said, Parth is the name of Arjun. Parth, remember that you know how to aim. You have throughout your life learned this art. So remember, he said, okay. Said, focus on the eye of the fish. Forget about the rotation. The eye will come at the same point after 360-degree rotation. He said, okay. And he said, when you shoot, you have decided, give your best shot. He said, okay. Just before he was going there, he asked God, पानी में मैं देखूंगा, I will look in the water, I will look at the eye, I will shoot, I will use my strength, I will use my skill. What will you do? You are God. He said, I will hold the water still. And if I hold the water still, that image will not move even micro. And this is what may God do in your life. When you try to aim for what you want to do, when you use your skills, when you dedicate yourself to cause, may He hold the water still so that your aims go to the eye. All the best to you. Thank you very much. Over to Dr. Drzainabvora and you. Have a great day. 3 days of learning. Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.